song is basically a story. So in my thinking now, having read a couple of hundred books and basically just thinking now that I think that the thoughts are mine, we go through reality. As we go through the reality, we see patterns. Based on these patterns, we build models of reality. Now, sometimes there is a pattern which we would like to communicate with other people. Every now and then there is a pattern which we would like to now communicate to other people, maybe because it's a mutual exchange of information. So the question is how? And the first approach is probably language. But what if you think this is really important? What if you then use more rhetoric to basically communicate the same signal? One could then say, okay, the next thing is to speak a little bit more dramatic, to basically heighten the signal. So if there is a certain signal in the environment, which is the pattern, then there is basically the signal and there is also noise. The question is, how high is the signal compared to the noise? So if one now heightens the signal, then to other people, it probably is more clear what the message actually is. So if one then writes a song, one uses rhetoric, even music, basically rhythm and what is music actually? One could also ask oneself, but I don't really know. So what I think now is happening with music is that one takes basically a certain story. This could be a love story, this could be a story about the environment. For example, if we take a look at Bad Moon Rising from Clearwater Revival, it's kind of about an apocalypse that's almost about to happen. It's about to happen soon. And so if we take this and then write it into a song that's very short and it's also 2 or 3 minutes and people repeat it again and again, mostly also because they like the song, not necessarily the message. The message gets transmitted even though we just like the song. So it is, to a certain extent, also then a byproduct, which one could say is also kind of like it's almost like a free rider. So we like the song, and so the information in the song eventually gets transmitted. For example, if I take a look at a new song, I sing it a couple of times until I actually begin to read the lyrics. Maybe also because I'm not native English, but so if I then read the song and read it a couple of times and then I also have to sing it, eventually I think about the lyrics. So I discovered that Bad Moon Rising is actually kind of about, well, a bad moon rising. So maybe one could even say